So the purpose of doing the bracing is to teach us how to actually use the core at the base of the core as we're doing things from core to extremity. Most of us underuse the intra-abdominal, the inside stomach muscles around our lower core, and we overuse the upper core, which is like your thoracic into your shoulder. So a lot of us walk around with back pain because we're actually not bracing the lower core as well. And we're gonna find that out based on doing these exercises. You can have standing assessments done with watch you stand and walk and break that down as well. But doing this on the ground is just going to give us a good example as to whether or not we're bracing the core properly. Step one, lay on your back. While you lay on your back, you'll notice you're going to have a natural curve under your back. That's called the lordotic or lower back curve. Now, you can either press your stomach into the ground like we do in hollowing, which is a structural way of changing your core, or you can actually think of expanding the inside of your stomach. So if I say, instead of pressing your back into the ground to get rid of that or to hollow out, what if we say fill up your stomach instead? That filling up your stomach is the feeling of bracing. Now, if that doesn't come naturally, we can use a technical or tactical cue to get there. You're going to take your fingers, find your belly button, and slide them out wide, then press in. Once you press in, you're going to use your inside stomach muscles to press into those fingers. Once you found your belly button, slid your fingers out, pressed in with your fingers, and then use your inside stomach muscles to press into your fingers, that's bracing your core. Now, the next exercise is holding that tension. Breathe through your mouth into that tension. Remember, nose breathes into the chest. We don't want that. We want to breathe in our mouth, into our fingers. So find your obliques, or the outside of your belly button. Press in. Push in manually with your stomach like you're at the beach. Now, holding that tension, breathe into your mouth. Keep holding that tension while breathing out. So while you're breathing out and holding that tension, you're going to feel a lot of work being done around that lower abdominal area. Each breath would be one rep of this typical bracing. Now that we practice breathing and bracing, we're going to go to step two, which is baby position bracing. We're going to bring our knees up like a squat, just like we would in a baby roll, but instead of creating pressure here through our groin, we're going to do the same thing through our stomach. So again, pressing into your fingers, pressing out. And now that I'm natural with it, when I press out, I can feel my back pressing into the ground and getting rid of that lordotic curve. And then from there, I'm going to take my breaths. So it's the same thing we did with stage one with just breathing, 10 breaths. Now we're going to go stage two, breathing with our knees up. So again, press, push out, squeeze, breathe in, hold, breathe out. Now, stage three, which is going to the 1/4 Turkish get-up. Everything from stage one and stage two, pressing in, pushing out, breathing in, squeezing tight. This time, you're going to go to your left. You're going to drop your left knee a little bit. So this is a lot of it. This is none. This is a little bit. We're going to drop the left knee a little bit and then use our hands to roll up towards that knee. And what you're going to do is you're going to keep rolling up and explore where you feel the weakest. And while you're doing that, you're still going to squeeze out, breathe in, hold tight, and back down. So one rep's going to look like this. Squeeze, breathe in, hold tight, drop, roll, and then breathe in, squeeze tight, breathe out, and come back down. Okay? Lastly, on all stages, 1, 2, and 3, we want to make sure that we're pushing into our fingers, expanding the stomach, breathing and holding, but we also want to take the crown of our head and try to take the crown of the head and get it as far away from the tailbone as possible to elongate the spine. So elongating the spine and breathing into that lower abdominal and squeezing is how we're going to brace. Now, this is important because the better you get at this, the more you can apply this to things like moving your body and lifting things up.
This is how you're going to train your lower core to compensate, well not compensate, but to be a good support mechanism for the rest of your body to help you get much more through lifting heavy things and doing your body without having to risk injuring your back.